Where am I going?
Up there!
The rider of the year is Gavin Stucky. How do you?
Yeah, G.
What do you think?
I mean, it makes perfect sense, man. Obviously, a lot of people agree on this, especially coming off Trent's rider of the year before, for the fact that, you know, he's the little brother and just had the year that he had.
There's no denying that Gavin pushed the sport once again to like crazy new heights. From the competition riding, the MBDs going down in it, to the MBDs and video parts, and having like 3 video parts that every time you watched it, your jaw was on the floor, and just really showcasing wakeboarding in the best light possible.
He was doing it all. He was performing in contest. He won contest. He dropped multiple video parts. In those videos, he had boat, winch, and cable, all the aspects. And he wasn't just doing them to do them, he was doing all of them well. And I think that really stands out because there's not many riders that can do that.
There was a time when we did formats and we did X Games, and some of the spots that we were hitting, it was like, I don't know if anybody's like gonna do that again because it was so gnarly and maybe not even worth it. But then there's Gavin doing like toe back 2 onto a closeout, and it's like, didn't think I was gonna see that again, and there somebody is doing it. So watching that was like, I knew what it takes to pull that off, and he pulled it off with like flying colors, and same for the boat riding, so it was good.
No one can argue the kid's style too, which is such an important factor just to have that unique wow factor. And I guess really what we all want is someone who just makes wakeboarding look good, you know? And that kid definitely does it in all aspects. On the boat, I think is where he surprised everyone. He's a really stylish rider on the cable, but to see him bring all that style to boat and totally different tension and feeling is pretty tricky to do. And
that's just something that you really, you didn't expect to see the boys get so good and Gavin get so good at riding behind the boat. And this is just like the start of it. They're gonna blow minds just like they've did on the cable.
No one's ever won it twice, you know? To be able to do that would be history, and I think both of us want it equally as bad. So we're both gonna push it as hard as we can.
Right when Trent won last year, I was like, oh, it'd be so sick to go back to back with him. And then like I had a video at the beginning of the year and I was like, oh, I just switched to Liquid Force, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be pretty hard to back up my contest season last season. But I did good, and then I was like, oh, another video, bang, and I gave it my best, but some other people gave it their best too, so it was pretty close. I don't know, this is unreal though. That's going on my wall for sure. It's pretty sick. Dang, I don't know, this is top of the top, so I don't know what's next, but we're not gonna stop.